By the time they realized the gravity of the situation, it was too late. Once upon a time, in a small village nesting in the heart of Nigeria, there lived a young lady named ADANNE. She was as beautiful as the rising sun and as kind as the gentle breeze that caressed the village every morning. ADANNE had three younger siblings whom she loved dearly. After their parents passed away, she took it upon herself to care for them with all her heart. She cooked for them, washed their clothes, and made sure they had everything they needed. As ADANNE grew older, many young men came to ask for her hand in marriage, drawn by her beauty and kindness. But ADANNE, with a heart full of love for her siblings, turned them all away. She knew that if she got married, she would have less time and resources to take care of her beloved brothers and sisters. Instead of focusing on finding a husband, ADANNE worked hard and pursued a career in the corporate world. She excelled in her job and climbed the ladder of success, all the while sacrificing her own happiness for the sake of her family. Years passed, and ADANNE's siblings grew up to be fine young adults. They found love and were preparing to start families of their own. But as they were busy planning their future, they forgot about the one who had sacrificed so much for them. One day, ADANNE fell ill. She called out to her siblings, hoping they would come to her aid as she had always come to theirs. But her calls went unanswered, drawn out by the hustle and bustle of their own lives. Alone and abandoned, ADANNE's heart grew heavy with sorrow. She knew that her time in this world was coming to an end, and she prayed for her siblings to come to her side before it was too late. But by the time they realized the gravity of the situation, it was too late. ADANNE had already departed from this world, leaving behind only memories of her selfless love and sacrifice. And so, the village mourned the loss of a kind and generous soul, whose love knew no bound. But even in death, ADANNE's spirit lived on, a shining example of the power of love and sacrifice. As the village mourned the loss of ADANNE, her siblings were filled with regret and sorrow. They realized too late the magnitude of their sister's sacrifice and the depth of her love for them. Guilty weighed heavily on their hearts as they reflected on how they had taken ADANNE for granted. Blinded by their own pursuit of happiness, they realized that while they were building their own future, they had neglected the one who had always been there for them. In their grief, they vowed to honor ADANNE's memory and carry on her legacy of love and selflessness. They promised to always cherish the bond they shared as siblings and to never forget the lessons ADANNE had taught them about the importance of family. Together, they made a solemn pledge to always support and care for each other, just as ADANNE had done for them. They knew that they could never repay her for all she had done, but they could strive to live their lives in a way that would make her proud. And so, as the sun set on the village, casting a golden glow over the horizon, ADANNE's siblings stood united in their resolve to carry on her spirit of love and sacrifice. And though she was no longer with them in body, her presence lived on in the hearts of those she had touched with her boundless kindness. In the days that followed, ADANNE's siblings became inseparable. They supported each other through thick and thin, leaning on one another for strength and guidance. Together, they honor ADANNE's memory by living each day with kindness, compassion, and selflessness. As time passed, the memory of ADANNE's sacrifice became a legend in the village, passed down from generation to generation. Her story served as a reminder of the importance of family, love, and sacrifice. The villagers learned from ADANNE's example, realizing that true happiness comes not from selfish pursuit, but from the love we share with others. They began to cherish their loved ones more deeply, value the bond of family above all else, and so the village thrived, united by the legacy of a young woman who had given everything for the ones she loved. Adanne's selfless spirit continued to inspire acts of kindness and generosity, reminding all who heard her story of the power of love to transcend even the darkest of times. The moral of Adanne's tale echoes through the ages. Love is the greatest gift we can give, and true happiness lies in selflessly caring for others. In a world filled with turmoil and strife, it is the bond of family and the warmth of love that lights our way, guiding us through life's journey with hope and grace. The end.